Good evening and welcome back to our Rex Fuel channel, where we discuss issues and trends facing the oil and gas industry. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, subscribe, and share to stay up to date with the current trends. We have with us once again Pranav Kanth, Director, Corporate Development and Strategy. Pranav Kanth is an accomplished strategist and marketer with over 23 years of experience in the oil and gas sector and has held various leadership roles in Total, BP, and Apar. Besides India, Pranav has wide international experience working in Paris and Singapore. His functional expertise includes strategy, mergers and acquisitions, and marketing. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Zina. Thanks for a flattering introduction.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you here, sir. Today, my first question to you is, last week we saw crude falling and then recovering, progressing in range. Would you like to comment on it?
Yes, last week was interesting from the Brent price perspective. It began the week at about 104.97, moved to a low of 99.6 and a high of 109.9 before closing the week at 107.14. That is USD per barrel. Now, fairly wide range, say $10, and which signifies the impact of China, to put it simply. Why China? Because China has been seeing demand destruction of unprecedented proportions. So what do we mean by that? China's gasoline demand is 25% below the year. And mind you, China being the second largest consumer in the world. So 25% destruction in the gasoline demand, while the jet fuel demand continues to be 50% below the last year. So despite that level of demand destruction, the prices have remained buoyant. And fifth straight monthly gain for the Brent. So settling it at say $110 per barrel. So that has been the story of the last week when we look at the crude oil price trend.
Well explained, sir. Thank you. My next question to you is, how significant is the OPEC Plus meeting on production and the EU meeting on total embargo on Russian crude oil prices?
Thank you. I'll take the first part of your question first in terms of the significance of the OPEC Plus meeting upcoming, which is on the production. So what we need to understand that the OPEC Plus meeting is primarily onto the production quotas. Now, what is OPEC and OPEC Plus? OPEC Plus includes Russia. And Russia has seen from the February level, production declining by about 1 million barrels per day. Add to that a bit about the Kazakhstan. So Russia and Kazakhstan have been the clear loss in terms of the production. And in addition, we have the Libya situation, which is constantly battling with the supply disruptions. So overall, the compliance rates for the OPEC Plus is only going to increase. So what do we mean by that? Because as we said, it's about production quotas. And normally the member states of the OPEC have been trying to increase their production quotas over the assigned ones. Now, that does not seem to be the case because supplies are under constraint, supplies as in the production. And in the upcoming meeting, it's expected to be a fairly smooth affair. And thereafter, I'll take the second part of the question as to the EU meeting on the total embargo on Russian crude oil prices. Now, this is the big story and the big upcoming move, which every player in the industry is watching with very keen interest. Because the European Union has been at the forefront of this entire sanctions regime for the Russian crude. Why? Because European Union is the biggest consumer of Russian crude. And all the sanctions announced so far, and Russia has also placed its card if one may say, little well in terms of its ruble for gas, quote unquote, demand. So all that is evolving, but Europe and the US, they want to double down onto the sanctions regime to take it to the next level. With there seems to be some lack of cohesiveness within the EU members, notably Germany, which is part of the set of the countries which are opposing an immediate and complete ban, and which is for the very simple interest of securing the energy supplies, because any alternative supply routes needs to be negotiated, the deals need to be struck, and basically you need to safeguard your supplies. So wherein different members of the European Union have different stakes. Germany has one of the highest dependency when it comes to the Russian crude supply. So yes, the meeting is going to be interesting, but it would be difficult to imagine them coming to a near unanimous immediate ban. So our view is it's still likely to drag on, and the near complete ban before the third quarter of the year seems rather unlikely.
Sounds chaotic in a way. But thank you so much for your insight, and thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure to talk to you. And thank you all for watching. Continue to support the channel by liking and subscribing. See you soon.
Thank you.